Kajal, you are muted.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you for telling. So I warmly welcome you all to the day 7 of Faculty Development Program. I hope you all are excited to yet another insightful session. So today we have with us Professor Dr. Nadeem Luqman. He's an associate professor in the Department of Psychology at Chandigarh University. Dr. Luqman is a dedicated academician and researcher with extensive research experience in psychological studies and data-driven approaches. His expertise lies in combining innovative methodologies and technology to strengthen both teaching and research practices. He will be delivering his talk on the topic AI-powered analysis and interpretation. It's a subject which is highly relevant in today's academic and research landscape. So, sir, the forum is yours.
Thank you, Kajal. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. How are you? How's everyone? So, good evening, Rita, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, sir. And nice to see you here.
It's a long time, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ji. So, first thing that I would like to request everyone that it should not be good evening, everyone. It should not be, the individual oriented session. I just do not want to be only speaker, right? I want every one of you to be part of the discussion. And see, no one is perfect, and every one of us learns from each other, right? So nothing is right or wrong. So life is the continuous learning process, right? So whatever the responses are as far as communication is concerned, you can either text into the text box or raise your hand and say. So I would appreciate that thing rather than I should keep on speaking for 2 hours or 3 hours or something like that. Okay. Our session, I'll tell you, it's not going to be very long. It is going to be crisp, and I'm going to give you something constructive, few websites, few things, and how to run the data analysis using AI. You have to understand what actually AI is for, right? So usually the concept is, I think that we just go copy paste and just copy the content and the things are done. But I think we fully don't understand the usage, right? Fourth thing that I'd like to say, age is not bar in the learning, right? So I'll tell you brief journey of mine's when we talk about research and all. So when I was in masters, I used to see my senior fellow colleagues who were the PhD scholars running hay and why to complete the PhD work and all, asking to n number of people here and there. So I started working since then. The first test I still remember that I learned was independent sample t-test. One of my seniors, she knew the SPSS and she had taught me, and I committed the errors. Since then, things started over a period of time. I learned 6 data analysis softwares, right, and different softwares. Then I started working on as a freelance. So PhD people from every walk of subjects used to come to me for data analysis, whether it be management, science, or anything, any subject. So it is not that, from being a specific social sciences subject, it's not that. So research is all about logic. If your logic is strong, your basics is strong, AI is nothing, because AI is also developed by human beings, right? Then I started working on virtual reality things in the field of psychology of the treatment. So, the technology is nowadays is very integral part of the lives, right? We can't survive. Okay. So every one of us must own, some skills in the hands which plays very vital role when we talk about the aspects of research. The scenario is changing. If you see the scenario around us, if you see the things around us, things are changing at very rapid rate, very rapid rate, and then we can't expect that okay, we'll survive. So we need to keep on be dynamic. CV should be dynamic. It should not be straight. It should not be unidirectional. It should be multifaceted CV, or your CV should be versatile, right? So I started working on AI gradually, slowly, and all the things over a period of time, 2-3 years. Since from last 2-3 years I'm working in this area. learning the things, right? So doing some certification, but more than certifications and all, I'll tell you one thing about softwares and websites. Trial and error is the best method that can teaches you using the software's data analysis and all, right? So there are two different things. Your concept of basics of research and stats as integrated, and its integration with AI. So if your basic is clear, your logic is strong, you can do wonders, right? Okay. So I would like to ask everyone a basic question: up to how much level you are clear with the concepts of basic usage of AI, that how we use AI, what is the utility of AI, and how I use AI in my research, is able to or is not able to. So I would like to accept your messages, would like to see your messages in the message box, please, every one of you. I'm giving you just half of a minute, please reply to this question. Everyone, please respond to the question in the message box, please. Or if you want to speak up, you can speak up. Raise your hand and speak up, please. Anyone? No hesitations, please. No one wants to?
Hello.
Yes, please,
Hello.
Anupama ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, sir. I have started using it in the office. From last 2 years, I'm using it for composing reports, letters, in all administrative kind of work to create some documents. So I'm really
Okay,
taking help of these tools.
okay, okay.
And I'm
Thank you.
learning through this FDP program.
Yes.
So new tools for research which are being used in the research. So these are new tools. So this FDP is quite informative for research kind of work.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Anupmaji. Anyone?
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Anyone else would like to share or say something? Okay, if I ask you to create the topic, research topic, how usually we create the research topic? What is our strategy or the way how we create the research topic? Can anyone tell me that? How you find the research gaps?
The review of literature from a review of literature.
Okay, so if how much time you take to find the shortcomings or research gap?
So usually at least a week to do, like to find few review of literature, and then like we take at least 1 week like find research gap.
Okay, if I give you something that can give you the research gap in 2 minutes, then
So that would be wonderful. Like half of our problem would be sorted out if
okay.
this gets.
So let's start with this, right? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first thing that I would like to introduce, and it is very useful website. This is known as Research Gap Finder, and this is free of cost actually. Okay, so if you see the, I think no, I don't need this actually. Login. So this website helps us to find the research gaps easily. right? So first we'll see that how the research gap finding takes place. Okay, so we'll pick some review of literature that I had, I think, already saved for you people. Okay, so this is a sample review of literature and it belongs to my own PhD thesis and was all about the personality and all the things, right? So supposedly I want to frame a topic related to personality. So what I can do is I have to just do a small thing. I have to pick all this content. It can be done in two ways. First is you can, pick the review of literature. You have taken the review of literature. Then we'll be going back to the content of review of literature or the research gap finding section, which is at the very initial page of the software. So I'll paste it here, right? I put the review of literature here and I'm telling to the system that I'm not a robot. And then I'll click to find research gap. It will take hardly half of the minute to give you the research gap finding, right? So research gap, usually we in India don't practice few things like, okay, when we write the research papers, our papers usually don't get accepted easily, right? Reason being is because we don't give the findings on the basis of three segmentations. See, here is the research gap that came out, analysis of research gaps in 5-factor models of personality. So it had given the research gap on the basis of methodological gaps. Then we had got the theoretical gaps. And then we have got the gap on the basis of practical application based gaps. These are the gaps that it found, right? Clear? Now, what we have to do is, now the thing is that, okay, this is very extensive. This is very extensive and research is all about narrowing. So it is something, the narrowing is something like V shape. So the content is filled till the top and the result comes at the bottom at the point. So that is the point that we need to reach and, compress this research gap to reach to the point from where we can, formulate a research title. Now, what I'll do is I will copy this complete part of the research gaps and take it to Perplexity. Now, you should ask me the question why I'm using Perplexity. Any one of you, you should ask me, this question should come to your mind, why I'm using Perplexity, why not ChatGPT, why not Gemini, why not Cloud, why not DeepSeek, why I'm not using all that, why I'm using Perplexity. I have a complete version of Perplexity with me. I have complete version of ChatGPT also with me. I have complete full version of Julius AI also with me, but I'm using Perplexity. Can anyone tell me the reason behind it?
So maybe because Perplexity is specifically designed for research purpose rather than like ChatGPT or other AI tools.
To some extent, I'll reshare the screen, just hold. To some extent, this is fine, but if we say logically and scientifically, if you see, okay, Reena Shahji said because it is authenticated by the government. No, not alone this reason. There is a reason. When I'll be using Perplexity, I'll be showing you one very peculiar thing that you are not able to see into ChatGPT, right? The best point with the Perplexity is, see, know one thing, that AI is being formulated in two different ways. One is that is giving a package that you have to learn this. One is that it will stay with us. Whatever we'll feed, whatever things we'll give, it will learn from that. So Perplexity is about the second thing, right? So the package thing is whatever you will give, only that much is into the system of it, into the APIs of it, or into the processes of it, right? So if why do we prefer, we say, why don't you use Claude, why don't you use Gemini, why don't you use LLM, why don't you use DeepSeek. So there are different variants of AIs, right? But every AI is performing different tasks. Everything is used for different tasks, right? So if I want to have more content, supposedly you say I want to write a dissertation, I want to have the introduction part, I need to use Gemini, because Gemini, creates a very good content size with detailed, content, with extensive content, right? So now the next task after picking up this gap is that we want to compress this gap, right? So wait, just let me share this screen into two segments so that you will be able to understand easily. Now I'll share my screen with you, please. Okay, is my screen visible to everyone? Both the sides?
Yes, sir.
Can you see perplexity on the right side? Okay. So on the left is the research gap finder, from which I have picked up the content and I'm putting it here. Now, very important aspect when we use AI is that how we compress the content. So to compress the content, we need to generate the prompt actually, right? So what kind of prompts we should give? See, okay, so let's see what it does. Now, I have given option to compress and to relevant, and why this question tag is given. Can anyone tell me why I have given the question tag here? Question mark, I've given the question mark here. Why question mark is being given? Can anyone tell me? Any idea? Anyone? See, question mark, precise your search. It compresses your search. That means, yeah, I just want compressed part and I want only relevant one, right? So what it will do, it will take out the relevant point. If I'll give only compress, so it will compress all the points. The relevant will be left out. But if I'll ask it to give me the relevant and compress, so it will pick out the relevant as well as give them the first point of importance and then compress it, right? So I'm giving a hit to it. Let's see what it does. But still it is too much actually, right? So I'm giving another prompt. Reduce, compress, relevant. See, it had started reducing. So I'll give one more prompt. Can you see the difference? Is the screen visible to everyone? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you see the difference in the initial phase, in the first point, when we have given this, so we try to give the prompt. So it is as long it was. So I've given the second prompt, it started reducing. And when I gave the third prompt, so it reduced to, see how much it is reduced. A very subsequent and very, very, at a drastic level. Can I prepare a research topic using this? So we have got what? Say that's given the research topic, longitudinal investigation of the interaction causal impact of big five traits on mental health outcomes and treatment utilization across diverse population. So, and when I was saying about perplexity, you see these resources. These resources are not being used by the chat GPT. It uses some sources, but perplexity, most widely it searches every website, and it directly hits the website or the journal section or the portion of the material which is, of very significant and sheer importance. How many research titles are prepared? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 research titles are prepared. So how much time it took? How much time it took? I think hardly 2-3 minutes if you have review of literature. But review of literature is very important thing that we need to do. Still, it is important. Any questions, please? I've just logged out of the screen just now for some few minutes for discussion. Any questions?
So, like we can search the research topics without review of literature also, sir. We have to do
See. It is, Anupa, if we want to create some new thing, if we want to do something new, we want to develop something, something that is acceptable, very good. Someone accepts our publication, or the research paper by the good way, in the good journal, we need to go through the research process, that is review of literature. You can ask AI, but it will pick from what is being done, what is there in the memory of it, what is there in the different websites or the areas, right? Or alternatively, Anupa, you can do, if you have done some research on some variables that are not being investigated, if you are having those variables that are not being investigated, you can create that title using the AI. But the better way is that collect the review of literature, find the research gaps, and try to formulate the research topic using that. So how much time it took? It took hardly 2-3 minutes if you have review of literature. But what I mean to say is, if you have the insight, if you have the good insight into the basics, so the basic process of the research is what that we always starts with the review of literature, isn't it? So what I mean to say to everyone is, especially to the students who have joined or who are doing research for the first time, or who have recently joined the research, or who are in the process of learning, it is important that you use AI. People say nowadays it's a stigma. Okay, you are using AI to complete this task. Okay, you are using this AI or that AI. No, it is absolutely wrong. Should use the technology. You should know the technology. You should learn it. This is of very sheer importance. Anupa, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Okay. So I'll reshare the screen once more. So we have, we have the research gap finder. We find out a lot of research gaps in this, and then you see the perplexity, the part of the perplexity where I have taken all the research gap. If we see the initial hit of the research gaps, we'll find it is still reflected 33369 points. Again, I have given command, so it came back to again 9 points. Then I given the strong command, so it had reduced to only 3 major points in all 3 sections. That is methodological, theoretical, and practical. Right. So it is up to you that how you generate this prompt. See, this is a prompt. How effective a prompt is. Right. If you directly want to hit, if you keep on hitting without right prompt, you will keep on hitting. You'll not, you'll not get something. To get that something from the AI, it is very important that you should hit the right point. Right? Clear? Can we move to the next step? So now we have a lot of titles in front of. Supposedly, I am picking one of the title, and I want AI to give me the detailed account of this title. So I put the title back into the editor section where I'll give another prompt to it, right? So what prompt I'll give? Now see it that the hierarchy of prompting is very important because it helps you to, lie down the phase of your synopsis or your research work, right? See. Now see this, you will see that I have given with the research title, I've given all the important things required for a synopsis or the research, right? So now let's hit and see what it gives. Got it? Everyone, is it visible to you? So I've given research title, I've given all the prompts. I wanted significance, it had given me significance. I wanted objectives, it had given objectives. I wanted hypothesis, it had given me hypothesis. I asked for the calculation of sample size. In fact, it had given me the sample size also, right? I have asked for the sampling technique, it had given me sampling technique. I've asked for research design, it had given me research design. And the tools that I want to use, I've asked the tools, so it had given the best possible tools, like, right? So I've asked for the reliability, it had given me reliability and validity. Scoring patterns, something missing in the scoring pattern, I think it might not be able to access certain things. So it had given me something related to scoring patterns, that how I will do. Higher scores indicate a stronger personality traits presence, right? So it tells, what it means is, okay, the total number of items are to be, score is to be find out Q1, Q2, Q3, something like that, right? Inclusion is age group. It had given me inclusion, and as well as exclusion also is given. Apart from that, it had given the procedure, then a statistical technique is also given. Right? So how much time it took? Now I can do all the changes, because this is a single thread that is going on for this topic. Now if I say that, okay, I want the objectives to be, hypothesis to be derived from this. If for hypothesis null for so out of those objectives, it had prepared one null, one alternate, null, again alternate. So I've given the prompt for the 4 hypotheses of each, right? So once the trail is created, once the proper thread is created for a specific topic, actually, or the area you are working, and your prompts are proper, how many hits I have repeated? I think since from starting it in 20-25 minutes or 30 minutes, I've given the command at once and it is started. So prompting is like a grammar of the machine. Actually, it's a grammar of the, not the machine, it's a grammar of AI, actually, right? So if your prompts are right, you will be able to understand that how the processes work, right? Now we can integrate, we can expand, we can take this onto the paper or the Word format, and we can now if I want it to be in the Word format, give in downloadable Word format. So it is exporting to Word format. Now it is exported and we'll save to the desktop. It is downloaded. Let's see what is being downloaded, where it is saved. See this. So you can do with all the types of content, once you have collected the content, once you have the content, prepared, you can transfer it into the Word format, right? Any questions yet? Anyone? Please raise the questions. Because after this, I'm going to show you one peculiar thing to make the session very light and engaging. Anyone, please ask any question if you have doubt. No doubts yet?
So far,
Anyone?
hello.
Yes, Smriti, I can hear you. Yes,
So,
please.
so far, no confusion. I think steps are very clear. But
Okay.
I have a question because we asked our students to, put the proposal, as a study design beforehand. So how should we go about it? Maybe I joined a little late. So maybe, if you can recapitulate the first 15 minutes of the session, sir, very quickly.
Okay, so the first thing is, Smriti, I had given a site at the end. I'll also give the site. Use the research gap finder to find the research gaps, right? Take those research gaps to the AI, okay, and then you can reduce those and then formulate the research title using the AI itself, right? Okay. Usually people take, when we used to do the research, I still remember it took me, I think 6 months to do the review of literature, 7 months to do review of literature, and it took another 3-4 months to do the review of literature, right? But when I'm using research gap finder, it took hardly 1 minute or 2 minutes when the research review of literature is available to you, right? Okay. One thing I would like to tell you, some of the students have asked me a question that this is the paid version. Yes, my Perplexity, ChatGPT, Julius, all these are paid versions. But if you are using Airtel in your families, because I've also taken this from the Airtel, and it is 1 year subscription given by Airtel to every one of us. If you see their application, their handset application, Airtel app, in which they are giving the 1 year subscription of Perplexity to everyone, almost everyone. So I have taken this subscription, but I have ChatGPT full version, I have Julius AI full version, and my research gap finder is bit down, it's not working full version. So I have the research gap finder also full version. Now I'll show you very interesting and amazing thing. You will be surprised and happy to see that, have you seen sometimes the arms of the research, hands of the research coming out? I'll show you that how it looks like. Okay, so be patient and I'll show you here.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Reena, please.
Sir, if we are generating any idea or concept related to our work with the help of different AI tools like
Yes.
ChatGPT, Perplexity, and we know very well we are not making exact copy, but in somehow on a way, we are sharing our idea and our intentions with these AI tools, and how sure can we that the AI tools are not storing our titles or related information?
See, Reena, I'll share one practical thing with you. A very good question you have asked. It is very difficult, now the information or your information, we say that we put the passwords on the mail IDs, or my mail IDs are safe. No, nothing is safe nowadays, right? Honestly speaking, this is the real fact. Whatever data you are, even if I'm using my computer, if someone wants to hack something, they can hack anything, right? But we are not alone one who are using this technology. There are billions of people who are using this technology, right? Okay, so I agree with the point you have said, but it's a thread that is going on and you have the control over it. You can delete it. You can delete your research part. If you are finding something, you are trying to keep the history part of it, you can, you can delete that also, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. So I'll show you now very a magic. I'll show you now. I would like that every one of you must see that. This is free site known as Mark Map. See this. I'll show you something very, very amazing. So let me clean this. And going back to Perplexity actually, and asking Perplexity to create a Mark Map for something. Wait. Okay, so what I'll do, I've taken this content and I want to give it some different look. Yes, this is Mark Map, but it is going to work on the double screen. So I'll put it back. I've taken that content, I put back to the Perplexity, and I'll ask Perplexity to create Mark Map code for mind map. So it had created the code for me of this content. I'll copy this content, go back to the Mark Map. Now see, when I put this content on the left hand, what happens in the right hand? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Can you see this?
Right, sir.
So what we asked, that I have asked what define neuroticism impact on anxiety. What is the impact of neuroticism on anxiety? So I have prepared this. This is known as mind map. So if you see the top, neuroticism, personality trait characterized by emotional instability, frequent negative emotions, anxiety, fear, sadness, irritability, self-doubt. Right, so you can create this Mark Map, mind map for anything. Supposedly, if I go back and I want something else to be picked, I want to create a Mark Map for this hypothesis, right? So this single hypothesis. So I'll go back, paste this content into data editor of the, what I shall say, this Perplexity, and then I'll ask Perplexity to create so it created, see, it had created this map. I'll copy this, go back to mind map, and I've pasted here. See this. Hypothesis 1, null hypothesis. It will say there is no significant relationship between consciousness and mental health resilience. How beautifully it had given. And you can, you can download this also. And you can open this. It had downloaded into the HTML version. So you can, copy paste, you can take it to your research, you can paste it somewhere, you can use it somewhere. And other way is SVG file, that is the own file of Mark Map actually. Right? See this. So we can, copy paste all this. We can check this. We can take it to some different points. Supposedly this is Mark Map HTML. So if I want to do this, I can use a snipping tool also to copy paste this, a snipping tool, and we take this. We have got this through snipping tool. Now you can save this in any of the formats you want, and you can use it into the research, right? So supposedly you have written the complete research paper, and you want to show this into the chunks through the mark map, or creating the codes of mind map. So it will be easy for us, every one of us, to pictorial things catch more attention as compared with the theoretical part. Right. And this my mark map is free of cost. You can use it free of cost. Okay. This is free of cost. You can use. Now the question stands. One question stands usually. People ask from me, see, we use AI, there's likelihood that there's going to be 100% chance of plagiarism. Yes, there's going to be likely chance of plagiarism. But I'll tell you one thing, that starting from methodology chapter till discussion and conclusion, if you are doing even data analysis with AI, you are doing interpretation, there will be no chance of plagiarism at all, except introduction part. Why? Why? There should be some reason behind it when I'm saying this. There should be some logic behind it when I'm saying this. So the logic is, that we, when we do data analysis, data is peculiar for every research, right? So when you upload the data sheet into the AI, it does all the analysis for you. It does all the interpretation for you. So the interpretation or data analysis that is coming, it is unique in itself. That's why there are very less chances that you are going to get any plagiarism. You will get plagiarism only in introduction part and review of literature. Right. So I'll show you in coming few minutes. I'll show you how to run the analysis also, how you generate the normal distribution, how you check the normal distribution, how you check the mean median mode. So till now I'm working with perplexity, but when I'll be doing the mathematical portion, I'll be using some different software or some different website for checking it. Now, there are a lot of people who say that there is a lot of content that is AI based. Can we give it the natural language? Yes, we can definitely do it. Right. So the site for it is Humata. It is Humata. 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 Okay, so Humata is used for the content that is that contains the AI-based content. Okay, so you can use this. This is free of cost. If I'll show you the upgrade portion of this, upgradation portion of this, this is free of cost. Actually, this section is free of cost, and for students, it is $1.99 per month. Obviously, for a student, it is also too much, right? So if we see about this free part also works perfectly fine. So you can use it, to de-AI your content, especially the content of introduction and review of literature. Right. So this is already there when this abstract part that I had already put earlier. So I'll open this. So it had reduced this or changed. So if you read this language and this language, there's a big difference in both the languages, right? You can use this. See, on the left hand, it had given the human touch of the language. So if you will see the language, you will read the language, you will find that this is very basic language as compared to technical language that is being used into the abstract. Okay, so whatever content, supposedly if you are taking the introduction content from, the, I mean to say, from the AI, okay, and you can save it into the Word format, and then once you upload it here, it will definitely convert this AI-based language automatically to the human language, right? And then you can take and check the plagiarism, but I'm for sure I've checked it, and that's why I'm telling you that it reduces the plagiarism content.
Sir, we can't hear you, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Sorry,
Thank you,
sorry.
sir.
No problem. So you can use Humata. Have you seen Humata?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So Humata, it's a wonderful site that wants your content. So I've told you people that when you start your research work using AI, always use logic. So when you write the methodology, when you write the result part, when you write the discussion part, when you write the conclusion part, uh, in this complete second half of the section of your research, there is going to be very less to less negligible amount of plagiarism, right? Why? Because reason being, the data in itself is unique every time. So when we run analysis, data is unique and it will not fall into the plagiarism. But introduction and review of literature may contain the plagiarism context. Actually, for that you can use Humata, right? And I'll tell you once more, I will say that people are very, very conscious pertaining to the aspects that, okay, why should you use AI, you are using how you are using AI, all these kinds of things. I'll tell you one thing: if you are not going to be with technology logically, if you are not working, you won't survive. You won't survive. You have to be. And especially I'm saying to the freshers or the students who are doing the research, or who are writing research paper, or who are doing some research work, I'll tell you one thing: do the experiment with you. If you are not going to do the experiment, you will never learn anything, right? So try everything. I do try. At this stage of life, I am learning. I'm 45. I've learned all these things. I'm learning these things, right? So use logic. If you want to go in research, make your logic portion strong, right? Any questions yet? Anyone, please?
Sir, it
Any
was a
doubt?
very beautiful way to process all the things that you have shared. And as you rightly said, maybe we have learned in a set traditional way, but
Yes.
we need to advance our skills with, the new
Smriti,
technology.
this is not going for you. This is for us also. Because reason being, I'll tell you. I'll share one thing with you. This is not the session only for AI or something. I'll tell you from my experiences. We had been brought into the traditional universities, right? There was no one to tell us or tell the way. One time, my senior professor HOD, she said to me, "Okay, you are not making your, channelizing your CV. You should give it the look of clinical psychology, this or that." This goes back to long 2007. So I said respectfully, I'm like, "Ma'am, a time will come when people will not see that very specific things in the CV. Everyone wants to see the CV should be versatile, right?" So things are changing. Things had changed since then. It's been 20 years, almost 17, 20 years. I never thought there's going to be something like AI. Although I don't belong to such a primitive time that I don't have computer. I have my laptop. I had Google search engine. I have Google Scholar. Everything was there. Internet was slow. I accept all these things. Technology was growing. Things had changed in front of us. But this is my suggestion, especially to youngsters, and even in university, I'm teaching these papers. I'm teaching the research methodology. I'm teaching the usage of softwares and SPSS and all the things to my students. So I say to them, please learn and stay with that technology, but use it judiciously, right? Use it properly. Do your work. Use the technology, right? So let people say. The world is full of people. They'll say anything. Anyone will say anything. You can't control, but it is very important. If you plan to go for the research, if you want to do the research, you have to be one step ahead of what is there in your surroundings. Then you will be able to survive, right? Chale, so I'll show you the next.
Thank you for motivating us, sir.
Welcome, Smriti. Okay, so next thing. So we are done with MarkMap. MarkMap is also free. You can use. Humata is free of cost. You can use. Now I'll show you a wonderful software that I have. It's also free of cost that I'll show. Then we'll move to the analysis, data analysis using the AI actually, and then we'll be talking about the interpretation processes. What interpretation processes are there, right? Okay, so I'm locking this Humata, and I'll open now Orange. Wait, let me share the screen first. This takes time. It's a bit heavy software, so it takes time, right? One thing more I'll add, that if your basic is clear for stats, if your basic pertaining to RM is clear, you can use any software. It's not difficult. But the only thing is logic and the basic concepts, understanding. If you know the technology, if you love the technology, you will be able to use any software. It's not difficult task. So Orange takes a bit time actually. Orange is open source software. Open source means you can download it free of cost actually, and it's a full version. So Orange Jamavi is also open source software that you can use. So if you want to jot down on paper, please jot down these things, because these will be of a very sheer importance to you. This is Orange. Everyone can see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is I'll show you again. So this is my data file. Okay. And if I click this file, you'll see the data is here. Okay. This is data file. Now see the magic. I think magic will take time to do the work. Wait, it just gets held up. Yes. Can you see this? So what I've done, I've stretched a line from this data, and I want to see the distribution. See this distribution. We have got the distribution. Is this data normally distributed? No. This is skewed actually, right? I want to check something different. Say, I want to go for the correlation. We have got the correlation value. Say this, correlation value. Okay. So we have got the stats for every, the strand of data. And we have got the mean median mode, the central tendency, maximum and minimum of the score. Here it is. So you can see how interactive this is, because with the details of mean, median, mode, dispersion, maximum, minimum, it is giving the distribution also of a single strand of data, right? You can save it and you can print it. We can create the Python script also. So Python script is here. If I want to copy this, let me check whether this works or not. Copy this and take it to the perplexity and ask the perplexity to execute. Let me say execute. Okay. It will not execute actually. It will not execute because we don't have Python script. So this is the Python script. If you want to execute, you just have to copy and paste the Python script and take it somewhere else and then run it. So we can say we want to apply linear regression. Now you see very amazing thing in this software is that if some statistics is not suitable according to data, it will start giving this prompt. So I can remove this, remove, which means the stats is not perfectly fine to be used. It's not acceptable and it is not according to the norms also. Logistic regression. See, it had given the logic model and all the things over here. So this is a open source and a free software that you can use, right, to do the data analysis also, right? Okay. Then you can use Jamovie also. It's an open source and free software, but it is under testing actually. Testing stage, but you can use it. It will yield good results, right? So I'll suggest you one thing, that when you run analysis, don't stick to one software. Try it with different softwares, right? Because every software, unlike a book, contains different things. This is Jamovie. So you will see that tests are given here. Independent sample t-test is given, and all the things are mentioned here. Frequency, factor analysis, right? SEM, structural equation modeling. SEM is nowadays is at the top because everyone wants modeling actually. Modeling should be done, modeling should be done. People are so much crazy about modeling, right? So modeling can be done using this. So if we talk about SPSS, obviously SPSS is the first data analysis software that we all learned over a period of time. And Excel we had used, but when we talk about the process of automation, SPSS was the first software that came into the existence, right? Now we'll be doing very important part of this session. That is, we'll be going to the Jamovie, another AI that usually we use for mathematical functions. Okay, so I'll show you Jamovie first. So this is ChatGPT. I'll show you one more thing. Wait, before we start. So have you seen that how the videos are created using ChatGPT? Anyone, please tell what kind of video you want me to make. Write in the box. Anyone, please write in the box. Okay. So I've copied your prompt, Hitesh. Uh, okay, I've copied your prompt, or let me some. Okay, environmental impact on human beings. I've copied this. It's going to give some extensive thing, right? So I have taken it here. You might be able to see the screen. I've pasted this as it is, as I've picked. And all the things are here. Seconds, it is asking 15 seconds. No, it's not working. Okay. Variations, 4 videos. No, I don't want 4 videos. 10 seconds, 480p. Okay. Right. So now I have to upload, create a video. Add it to queue. It will take some time. Just wait for some time. It will create a video. Sometimes when the system becomes slow or the servers are slow, it creates problem. But it will take some time to create it, and then you can see this video. You'll find as it is very realistic. So server is a bit busy. It's taking time. So just hold for a while. It will create a video, and till then we'll see. See, this is the Julius. That Julius Caesar wala Julius. So Caesar has gone, Julius is left out. So this is Julius AI. I usually use Julius AI for doing wonderful statistical works, and you'll be surprised that this is connected to Python actually. So whenever we give the data, it converts it to the Python uh, code, and then it prepares, the it does the statistical processes, right? So I'll show you first a statistical process. Let's see that how it does. Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me check. We have this data. Let me see this. Okay. I'm uploading this complete sheet. See, got the complete sheet uploaded. It's uploaded here. Now we are ready and we can see that. Okay. Server is bit down, so it will take some time. Wait. Okay, so see, this sheet is uploaded. Okay, and we have this thing. So if I want to the prompt compare males, females on stress. So you see on the right hand, it is planning, creating a plan. So it will check on every step and put it into the green. So it had started writing the Python code now. See this. So it had given, the comparison between males and females in terms of the mean, standard deviation, maximum, minimum. It had given me graphs also. Now I want a specific apply independent. No, apply t-test. You can give it. It will automatically pick. Apply t-test between males and so at this stage, it is writing the code for application of the t-test. I didn't had told the AI Julius that I need to apply independent sample t-test. But this data is asking the demand of the data is independent sample t-test. See this. T statistics minus 2.5, p value, male mean value, female mean value, Cohen's D's effect, n. Now, okay, this is there, but I wanted it to be table. Give directly. So we have got mean, standard deviation, maximum, minimum, t table. We can export the sheet also, right? And will be what is asking this is already signed in actually. Okay. See this. So we have got this into the tabular form. Now, if I want all this to be described in detail for the purpose of interpretation, I'll copy this, go to perplexity, paste it here. Okay. Uh, Describe results details. More detailed. Okay. More detailed in paragraph form stating significant values. Now, if you want, you can check the plagiarism of this. In this, there's going to be not much plagiarism because, as I told you, the results are, if the results you analyze the data with the AI, so result data is unique in itself. That's why the results are also unique, right? So you'll see that we have done the interpretation of this data. First, we put the data there. We have done all the analysis and everything what is required, and you see that how detailed account it had given to you in form of the results, right? Now, if I say, okay, perplexity, give me results in 3 pages. Have you seen this? How beautifully it expanded this paragraph only, this small paragraph. three paragraphs into such a defined way, right? So expanding it, making it more precise and clear. Rewrite in basic human language. Right. So this is how, I've told you that integration of 2, 3 things is very important. Don't just get a stick to one thing that, okay, this will solve my purpose. So I've used Julius also, I've used Perplexity also, I've used, Orange also. So you can use multiple things. And when you use multiple things, your work obviously it reaches to the next level, right? So you have the insight, you get that insight. Okay, right? Anyone? Any questions, please?
Letter. Sir, I have a doubt. Like we are using these AI tools for writing. So in such cases, like if at all we are humanizing it, then will it not be coming under AI plagiarism? Like, and then there
Uh,
are certain journals which have this certain what you call guidelines which are already laid. If you have used any AI tools, you're supposed to be acknowledging this. So, are we supposed to be like mentioning that we have used so and so AI tools while writing the introduction or doing the literature review or doing the results and discussion part?
I'll tell you one thing that, as I've told you at the very starting, when you write the results, especially your results and the discussion part or conversion of your um, discussion, conversion of the data into results, it will not come into plagiarism. What they catch, I'll tell you what they catch. When you use, when we put introduction or something, so it catches that, okay, it is being taken using the AI. Okay, clear? Why? Because it is already into somewhere being used, right? But when we convert this into results, when we have the data, because data is unique in itself. So whether you do the analysis using hands or you use the interpretation of data, analyze the data using AI, it will not definitely come into plagiarism. It may tell you that word or so may become the part coincidentally, right? Okay. So you can always humanize the content. And especially I've told you, everything is we are the one who have created all these things. Whether we talk about AI, whether we talk about the statistics, whether we talk about RM, whether we talk about computer system and all, these are the tools to help us. Okay, we can't 100% be dependent on. That's why I said you always use logic when you are running the statistical things. Or when you are doing research, it is important that we should, use the logic, right? So all this is to make our work easy. Supposedly, I'll tell you one thing. Earlier, when I used to write a paper, I used to take hours sitting, finding the review of literature, or I'm finding, doing data analysis on how much time it took me to run the analysis, hardly seconds or hardly to find the research gaps, right? So if you are a researcher, you are a good researcher, your basic criteria are clear, even using AI, you will do the wonderful research, right? Right. So it is something that, we should be confident on. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we humans are everything, we are the center of everything, whether when we talk about the research, whether we talk about anything, right? So always, and you have asked very good question, Miss John, and it's very, very, nowadays it's a question of the journals say and ask. I believe that okay, if someone is having capacity, the using AI, if he's or she's doing, let him or her do, because reason being, it's all about the interest, it's all about the thought process. Another thing, another important thing, I'll tell you one thing that will be useful for if we are most of people are from mental health experts and all. You can generate your tools also. The paper-based tools can be converted into automation easily. You can convert them into the codings. You can convert into the Java coding. You can convert. You need not to write even the code with your hand. You can ask the AI to create the code. I'll show you one code of the programming board that how it does. Right. So you have to, what does, you have to take out the code, run it to the Java compiler. That's it. Your question is ready. Right. So, that the time is changing, research is changing, the avenues of research is changing, world is changing, everything is changing, and we have to be on the pace with the changing world and scenario. Right. So any questions, anyone, please feel free to ask. And if you want, I'll share my mail ID. If any help is needed, I can be of to help to you people anytime. Okay. Any questions, anyone? So I'd like to close the session here.
Good evening. Good evening,
Good
Dr.
evening,
Nadeem.
Deepika.
Thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Thank you, madam.
Pratibha, please, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead. Would you like to ask any question? I saw your hand in between.
It was by mistake. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Any question? Anybody? Dr. Luqman has his expertise in data analysis, and especially he is using AI, and as far as data analysis is concerned, he is using a lot of advanced softwares. So PhD scholars, professors, if you have any doubt, you can discuss.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Neha ji, boliye.
Good evening, sir. I don't have such queries, but I just want to mention a big thanks to you because till date in PhD we were using the old traditional method that were actually consuming much time, and also for having this for the usefulness of this AI, we need to have an expertise, and I think this session has actually proved. Every day has been like so much enlightening for all of us to use such tools because for such tools we need to have a good amount of expertise at such way, and I'm very thankful to all of the faculties and you sir especially for making me aware about this, and thank you so much. Just this thing.
Thank you, Neha, for such wonderful words. एक ही बात बोलूंगा चलते चलते कि देखिए, आप नई जनरेशन के रिसर्चर्स हैं, ठीक है। हम लोग जब थे तो हम लोग नई जनरेशन के रिसर्चर्स थे। हम लोग के सीनियर्स कहा करते थे ये करो वो करो। दुनिया जमाना बदल गया, चीजें बदल गई, और कुछ नहीं 20-15 साल के अंदर सब कुछ चेंज हुआ देखते देखते, हम लोग देखते देखते, ठीक है। आई एम 44-45, मैंने ये सारी चीजें सीखी। मैं टेक्नोलॉजी से बड़ा बहुत मुझे उनूसियत है। इंजीनियर बनना चाहता था, साइकोलॉजी में आ गया, मगर दिमाग चलता इंजीनियर जैसा आज भी, ठीक है। तो वो एक मुझे एडवांटेज है। और मैं साथ में मतलब आई लर्न द थिंग्स, कहीं भी सीखने से ज्यादा, कोर्स करने से ज्यादा मैं खुद करता हूँ, चीजों को करना पसंद करता हूँ। तो मैं नए स्कॉलर्स को भी आई विल से वन थिंग कि मेहनत करो। जब तक मेहनत नहीं करोगे, ग्रो नहीं करोगे एकेडमिक्स और रिसर्च में, जब तक आप मेहनत नहीं करेंगे आप सर्वाइव नहीं करोगे, ठीक है। और मेहनत की बहुत जरूरत है, ठीक है। चलिए, सो आई वुड like to close the session here. If anything is required or any help is required, please ask Dr. Deepika to connect to me, right? Any help and anything is needed, right? Most welcome.
Dr. Nadeem, thank you so much for a wonderful session. And it was really very, very well explained and self-explanatory session.
Thank you,
That is
ma'am.
why I think nobody is having any doubt. Because
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
explained everything so nicely.
नहीं,
Yes.
कभी मैम कभी कभी ये फील होता है पता नहीं मेरी बात दूसरे तक कम्युनिकेट हुई या नहीं हुई, लोगों को ये होता है कि यार पूछें क्यों फिर।
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली ये जो सारा एरिया है ना, everybody wants to know and learn,
जी
and questions will come if they are not able to understand.
जी
But you explained so well that all questions were answered during the session
मैम
only.
मुझे आई बिलीव के मैं अपने लेवल पे या आपके लेवल पे प्रोफेसर्स के लेवल पे जाके समझाने वाला नहीं होता है, वो आपको पॉपुलेशन या आपके जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनके लेवल पे जाना चाहिए। That is
Yes,
the best method of teaching, I believe, and I practice this in my university also.
exactly. Thank
Yes.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. It was wonderful indeed. Very, very good session. और बहुत अच्छा लगा बात करके, and I'm really happy to see the new scholars, especially to becoming the part of the session. And special thanks to Dr. Deepika Chamoli, who invited me for this session, and special thanks to Speaking Cube, one of the growing and very, very you are doing really excellent, Dr. Deepika, and pray from the God that is Speaking Cube should grow to the next level. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Chaliye,
for your
thank you.
enlightening
so much.
Thank you for sharing your valuable insights. Your words have broadened our understanding of how artificial intelligence can transform data analysis in psychology and beyond. Thank you so much, sir, once again.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again, Dr. Nadeem, for a wonderful, wonderful session.
Most welcome, ma'am. Anytime. Chaliye. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Take care, please.
So with this, we conclude our today's session. On behalf of the organizing team and all participants, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed expert for his time and contribution, and to all the participants for their active engagement. We look forward to meet you tomorrow with another enriching session. Thank you.